Somebody ran aground on our way to Hog Island. Shame.
I'll tell you, if we didn't get halyards and we got a lot quicker. I don't lift you up.
Ramukanji, Ramuleke, Ramukole, Ramusoso. Come to see my land. Come to see my land. Malera, Ramukanji, Ramuleke, Ramukole, Ramusoso. Come to see my land. Come to see my land. Malera. Untox represents Solomon Island people say. We people start originally from my homeland. Like my old man said, there's nothing impossible. So we have to bring this message to my brother lyrical straight from.
Previously on Delos, we do our part in the eat 'em to beat 'em movement against lionfish and get swarmed by bats on Little Tobago. It's another beautiful day here in Tobago, and we really couldn't have asked for better weather and better conditions in the week or so that we've spent over here on this side. I was a little worried when it was flooding like crazy and raining like crazy when we first arrived, just because that was kind of the issue that we had with Tobago the first time we were here, was the weather. But it cleared up and we've spent a lot of time in the water here, which has been amazing. I think that was kind of our goal of coming back, is to be able to really explore this side of the island and these dive sites and everything. And I'd say that in my mind, we've gotten a pretty good fill of that.
Hi! How are you today?
Really good. It's just been such a few amazing days. Like, good weather, good diving, chill, you know. We've done like one dive a day and then relaxing and just, I don't know, taking time for the soul, which has been really nice.
Do you feel like you kind of accomplished what you wanted to by coming back to Tobago?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, of course, we can stay here for another like month and a half, if not more. But I think it's time to go.
If you could describe Tobago in one word, what would it be?
Ooh, one word. Spirit.
I like that.
One word.
It's tough.
Rugged beauty. It's 2 words.
We'll hyphenate that.
His can
Rugged
be
beauty.
rugged and mine can be beauty.
Okay.
Enchanting.
I think I would say that, like, off the beaten path.
I would say what I enjoyed the most about the diving here was experiencing it in a different way than what we're used to, which is off Delos and off the dinghy, and kind of getting, you know, settled into like the Delos dive routine and kind of the feeling of, it's like a bit of cowboy style diving, and I really like that about it. So.
Swarming like a pack of bees. No, not a pack of bees, like a swarm of bees. They're just going insane.
I've never seen so many birds
And
like
they're
that.
flying with the drone. It's almost like they're, I don't know, it like set off some weird connection in their brain and they're like,
I wonder, like, what the bird's psyche is behind the drone situation, because they always are thrown off by it, you know?
It's probably like dogs and vacuum cleaners. They just do it. Nobody knows why, but they just do it.
Yeah, exactly. Our mission for the day was to finally have a successful dive through this beauty, nicknamed London Bridge. We had our eye on this massive arch, over a 40-foot swim through since our first time on the island, and had even attempted it on our sail over to Speyside. But this part of Tobago is an interesting area. The meeting of the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea makes for a very confused sea state and big swells. And big swells on a swim through like this would mean lots of potentially dangerous surge. But we had our fingers crossed that today would be the day.
Gear check, hair check, safety check, camera check, mouse check, comm check. Check.
All the checks. Look at how many.
Bird check. Enjoy. Swim towards the hole.
I would say it's about 5 times colder here today. There's little to no surge right where we are right now. And this is where we decided to turn around last time. I'm at the entrance right now. And it seems good to go. Everything is together here. We can shoot through, over. The surge is actually quite strong through here. It pushes you forward and you just have to kick as hard as you can to gain ground. And then just try and relax and hold your position while the surge pushes against you. And bit by bit, you'll eventually make it through to the other side. That was pretty cool. I'm glad that we waited until the conditions were good so we could enjoy it and go slow. But I'm glad that we came back and nailed it.
I feel like here is where I should insert some voiceover about how amazing it is to dive off our home, or how lucky we got with conditions. But instead, I just want to share with you a favorite quote of mine, because I think some of you may like it as well. Your house is your larger body. It grows in the sun and sleeps in the stillness of the night. And it is not dreamless. Does your house not dream? And when dreaming, leave the city for a grove or hilltop, where the valleys would be your streets and the green paths your alleys. For you, children of space, you shall not be trapped nor tamed. Your house shall not be an anchor, but a mast. You shall not fold your wings, that you may pass through doors. For that which is boundless in you abides in the mansion of the sky, whose door is the morning mist, and whose windows are the songs and silences of the night.
How's it going over here?
It's a chill sunset in the cockpit of Delos. We've got some guests.
You have to take a picture.
Kaza, do you want to tell us about this little tradition here?
Yeah, so whenever somebody comes on Delos, we take a little Polaroid picture of them and put it on the wall. It's the wall of fame/shame. Because certain areas up there, you might see some things that you don't want to see. So be careful. And we have a good collection up there now. It's a few years of good memories, and sometimes you sit there and you stare at things and you're like, oh, I haven't thought about that for a long time. Or like, oh yeah, those people came by. It's really cool. Okay, smile.
Oh, that's nice.
You can write something
It's like
on here.
my mom and dad too.
Just a little note or name or something.
Zipzo.
The Caribbean train. We're getting ready to set sail. We're going to be sailing to Grenada tonight, and we're going to leave after dinner and should be getting there pretty early in the morning is the plan. And the wind is going to be behind us this time, so no beating. We're going the right way now.
How's your laundry situation?
Yeah, we gotta take down the laundry.
Yeah, this is a big laundry
We're
day
about
today.
to sail. We can't sail with the laundry up.
I mean, we could.
I mean, we could. It'd probably help because there's no wind tonight. We have 80 miles to go to Grenada, and there's like 10 knots or left of wind.
Blue's cooking up a pre-passage delight.
Yep. I don't know what it is. We're kind of out of fresh veggies and stuff, but we were able to get a lot of cauliflower today. So I kind of did like cauliflower rice with chickpeas and couscous and stir-fried sauce. So I'm trying to get the flavors going, you know?
Yep. Alright, here we go.
So, Brian,
Yes.
tell us about the rules of being on watch on Delos.
Number 1 rule for night passages, don't fall off the boat. Number 2 rule, don't leave the cockpit. Number 3 rule, if you have to leave the cockpit, you must wake somebody else up and you must clip in. No watching movies on watch. I prefer that you don't use earphones because you should be listening around you. You should be listening to the boat, to the engine, to the wind. Music I think is okay, but headphones just I think block you out a little bit too much. Other than that, did I miss anything? Not really that many rules.
No getting drunk.
No drinking.
No getting stoned.
No smoking.
No sleeping?
No sleeping.
No sleeping on watch.
That's a good rule.
And yeah, not really too many rules, I guess. Just common sense
When in
stuff.
doubt, wake somebody up.
Yeah. We have 0 wind.
We literally have 0 wind.
And we are lightly motoring.
And not very much fuel.
And we only have 50 liters of fuel. Because the entire island, it turns out, and Trinidad is out of diesel fuel. So we used all of our fuel filling our dive tanks. And now we only have 50 liters left, and now we need to get to Grenada.
Priorities.
Yeah, well, there'll be a little bit of wind out there. We just got to get out of away from the island, I think.
It's a really beautiful night. The moon just came out and it's been amazing stars. I've just been listening to my audiobook and drinking a cup of tea. These are the night watches that just, I don't know, fills your soul with good things. It's so quiet, so like peaceful. And to be awake like this by yourself at night and just sit out here, it's really special. Doesn't get much better than this. Look at this sunrise. We have perfect conditions, like the sea is really calm, it's not very big waves. We have pretty much a beam reach going like 7 knots. It's just incredible out here. And we're about maybe 25 miles away from Grenada. So be there in a few hours, but shit.
Morning. It is almost 7 a.m. and I just woke up a little while ago and and it really took me like a good half a minute to even realize where we were, because we're sailing so freaking smoothly. And even though we're going like 6.5 knots, you really can't tell. We're just like gliding through the water.
That was a very pleasant night sail. Just arriving in Grenada now. The closest thing to home that we have. It's like 9:45 in the morning, so about 14 hours to go 80 miles.
A lot of boats end up on this reef right here. So we're out here. We're gonna come in, and just before Hog Island, you cut between these two reefs, and then you cut that way, and then you end up in here. Secret harbor. But this reef right here, there's a lot of boats that end up on it.
I don't know if people just don't look at their charts, or if they're too drunk to sail, or what.
We were going to get some fuel, and then we were going to go check in with customs and immigration over in Prickly Bay. Last time we put fuel in Delos was November or December of last year, so it's been a while. In Brazil. Brazil. Yeah.
So like nearly a year.
Almost a year.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah. And we only take 600 liters, which is 168 US gallons. So I remember probably when I was driving my car, I used to use maybe 20 or 30 gallons a week commuting to work. And so now I use a fraction of that for this big, huge sailboat and 6 people on it. It's pretty cool.
We were sailing back to Grenada to link up with the boys from Precision Sails, who were delivering a new mizzen sail and Delos' first ever spinnaker. But, as one does in Grenada, we got a bit sidetracked with cruiser shenanigans. First up, pulling a drunk sailor off the reef, against his will. Somebody ran aground on our way to Hog Island.
We need to get him heeled over to the other side. I'll try and get a halyard. Oh, he's on there pretty good, but we really need to heel him over.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning.
You know what? Let's heel you over to port. If you give me, can you give? You're not going anywhere. Nope. Okay. I'll tell you, if you give me a halyard, you'll be out a lot quicker. We can heel you over to port.
We are out. Almost.
Okay, I don't think you are.
No. I don't think. I am sure.
Okay. Okay, we've done this a few times. I'll tell you, if you want to get out real quick, we take a halyard, we put weight on port side of the boat, we reduce your draft. No? Yeah, you're heeling the wrong way.
Just look what we do.
Alright.
Yes. Yes.
I do think.
You are right. You are the only sailor here. You are the only sailor. Come out. You are the only sailor. Tide is coming. You are the only sailor. No help. You are the only sailor.
So you don't want any help. Okay.
You are the only sailor. And I invite you for a drink for everybody.
Okay, well, it's your boat, so it's yours. Well, then you should call the shots, because you guys aren't going anywhere. You're just motoring further in. The so-called captain was really out of it. He needed to get his sails down and his boat heeled over so he could reduce his draft and pull him into deeper water. But he wasn't listening to reason, so I decided to give him some time to sober up and return with reinforcements at high tide.
What shall we do with the drunken sailor? Early in the morning, hooray, up she rises, hooray, up she rises.
We lost the sense of this guy because it's high tide now.
Can I go with you too, Brian?
Probably 3, so yeah, you can come on.
Of course I wanted to join and learn how to get a boat off a reef. It's not something I hope to do often, but it's good to learn from the boys how it's done. The only problem was, the captain was pretty out of it, or just straight up wasted, and was refusing our help. But as always, the cruiser community came together and decided to take matters into our own hands.
Oh, well, have you ever seen the captain's daughter? Have you ever seen the captain's daughter? Have you ever seen the captain's daughter?
Our plan was to use a bunch of dinghies together, all acting as a huge bow thruster. As each swell rocked the boat, we were able to pivot the bow around inch by inch until finally it faced into the swell and deeper water.
Even with over 10 dinghies ramming and pulling him, we still needed to get his sails down and a halyard out to a dinghy to pull him off the reef. So another cruiser lady and I jumped aboard, dropped the main, passed the halyard off to the closest dinghy, and just like Brian said, he was off the reef in minutes.
That's what I do with a drunken sailor. That's what we do with the drunken sailor. That's what we do with the drunken sailor. Lie in the morning.
Amid the chaos, the captain used what little English he knew to invite us ladies into the cockpit for a drink and a smoke, to which we politely declined before jumping ship.
I'm glad we finally got him catched out, though. Took about 20 cruisers.
If you would have done that like 2 hours ago.
I would not leave your wife on that boat. Yeah, we're gonna go rescue my girlfriend.
We're gonna go get out. It's safer when this guy gets too far away and we'll come back.
No, he's just gonna run up on the roof.
Stop, dude. Now is the first time you've seen him out of the cockpit. Now he's looking at things now.
Okay, that's saying how much
How about that? All right, let's do a drink of beer.
Next up on Delos, we leave the shores of Grenada behind and set sail for Carriacou. But our engine overheats, and Brian has to use his MacGyver skills to rebuild our raw water pump on the high seas.
So
It could be on 1,000 ways to die or something. Strap weights to your ankles and go down.
Yeah.
Try and drink beer underwater.
This can be our ASMR.
Today I'm gonna take you diving. It's gonna be the best. Tickle your ears.
I got the boat, I got the girls, let's go.
Brady, what do you normally do like when you're by yourself, if other people are diving and you're just on the boat by yourself?
Master.
I knew it. I knew that was where that was going.
What was your favorite critter you saw?
Ooh, the squid. Definitely the squid that we saw on the night dive. I had like maybe like a borderline romantic moment with the squid underwater.
Any explanation on that?
It's enchanting.
And there is like a large amount of biodiversity in the coral.
What are you doing?
I was trying to distract Brian. He was on his A game.
No, Nate's gonna be the shitty ghost. He's gonna put a sheet over him like this and then draw a piece of poop back here. What are you? A shitty ghost.
So freaking smoothie. Freaking huge booger just slide on my nose when I was saying that.
You go 80 miles.
And we decided, so we're back in Charlottesville, and yeah.
Look at that. Life just couldn't get any better. Barbecue rib show up.
I just walked up to the dodgiest looking bartender out of them all, and I was like, can I get some, like the
So I
thing?
promised myself
And he
I'd
was like, yeah.
play a few new songs tonight.
Okay, you put it in there. Other people have different techniques. This is how I do it. And then you put your hand around the back there to close that up. Squeeze all your fingers up, and then you got a hole there, right? So then you get it fatty.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Look at that.
Like it? I like it.